All right, DigimonTCG, we're at it again. Probably the last deck profile I'll have until set 11. So let's let me fix this camera just a tad. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so this is a D-Brigade deck profile. It's kind of a budget type, you know, build. But don't let the don't let the budget tag fool you. This deck is definitely still a contender, especially if you can definitely catch your locals off guard. I wouldn't typically bring it to like a major event. You could. I mean, D-Brigade did pretty well in one of the, I don't remember what event it was, but quite recently. But this is just this is just for funs. This is just for funsies, kind of. Play with your friends. It's a good deck. Don't get me wrong. It performs well. It could really power through and hit you quick if your opponent's not prepared for it. But it's fast. It's consistent. It just I love playing it for fun. I have not. Let's see. I haven't played this. Yeah, I have played this build in a tournament about a month and a half ago, though. I want to say I came. It was like top four or something. It wasn't top four. It wasn't crazy or anything like that. But it definitely performed pretty well. I think the only thing that kind of destroyed it was I think Jessmon I had a bad matchup with. But so typically, if you're looking to take this deck to your locals, if you have a very populous Jessmon locals, maybe I wouldn't bring it because this has a bad matchup against that. But other decks, you can really catch them off guard and just power over them into a win. But anyway, so we play 5 rookies. We play 4 of the Pagumon on deletion. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a black Digimon, add it to your hand. Otherwise, put it to the bottom. And then the last, we play Missimon. If it's a D-Brigade, it gains 1k. I feel like, you could just kind of opt to run 4 of these and 1 of these if you want. I personally like the consistency over the power. Plus, a lot of times we're running our Commandramons, and most of the time the 1k, it's cool and all, but like they're gonna die regardless if they're pretty much gonna die regardless what's hitting security, because they're so they're just rookies, so they they don't really have big numbers. But yeah, we do run the 5th one, Missimon. It helps. It gives us 1k for D-Brigades. Next is our mini rookies. We play 4 of the 2-drop BT3, so this has been out for a while. Vanilla, Commandramon, and then we play 3 of the the EX3 Commandramon with Decoy for D-Brigade, which Decoy, if one of your other Digimon with D-Brigade and its traits would be deleted, you can delete this instead. Then we play 4 of the on deletion reveal top 3. You may play a Commandramon among them without paying its cost. It places the rated cards at the bottom. We play a lot of Commandramons, that's why we got that. And then we play 4 of the blocker Commandramon, and then 4 of the vanilla 4-drop. So let me kind of get that. That's a glare, but anyway. So yeah, we play a lot of Commandramons. That's 4 times 5. We play 20 Commandramons. So definitely man, why are my cards just not behaving today? It's the deck's D-Brigade. That's what it's called. So naturally, we run lots of D-Brigades. That's all of our Commander Mons. Now moving on to the non-Commander Mon cards. We still play D-Brigades. We play 4 of the Seal Dramon from EX3. He has jamming, so you know he doesn't die in security with security Mons. And then his other nifty effect is once per turn. I can get it to focus. Once per turn, when you would play a Digimon, another Digimon with D-Brigade in its traits, it gains Rush. So basically, if you have this, you have the level 5, naturally, you have to have the level 5 to have the inheritable. And then you play, say, this card, even if you play it for cost. He has Rush because of this, so you just swing right away. So that's a big importance in this deck. Jamming's cool, but honestly, we want it for that second effect. And then next, you know, you see the Grumblemon already. We play 2 of the blocker Seal Dramons. I, for some reason, don't have 3 of this card, or 4. So I only play 2, but honestly, it would be replacing. I have 3 Grumblemons. I would run 2 Grumblemons and 3 Seal Dramons, the blocker. But I only have 2 apparently, and so yeah. But you know, we play Tabers. We want to see this card too. So I mean, it's not a dud. And then next we have Tank Dramon. We only have this one, not the other one, because this one's the only one you really want to see. When Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play a Digimon with D-Brigade in its traits and a play cost of 5 or less among them without paying its costs. Trash the rest. So this plays... Get that out of there. This plays all of this. All of this. There's a D-Brigade, 5 cost, D-Brigade, 5 or lesses. It plays all of those. And then its secondary effect is also really a really good effect. When once per turn, during your turn, when one of your Digimon with D-Brigade and its traits attacks, reveal the top 2 cards, then play a Commandramon among them without paying its cost, trash the rest. So it's basically kind of like this card, but instead of revealing top 3, you only reveal the top 2. Then moving on to our heavy hitters. The card that tells another rogue deck, Magidramon Mill, to F itself, basically, is Dark Dramon. So he has Rush, on play, return up to 5 Digimon with D-Brigade and its traits to your trash, from your trash to the top of your deck in any order, and then gain 2 memory for each one you played. So, you know, there's cards that can't reduce, can't gain memory, like the memory blockers. So that would hurt you against this, because you still pay the full cost. So you can't play this card, even if you're doing the effect, and only paying 3 for it initially. You can't play this if you're at 2 or less memory. You have to have you have to pay the 13, and then for every D-Brigade you put back on top of your deck, you gain 2 memory. So, you know, you put 5, you gain 10 memory total. So you're basically paying the 3 for it. Yes, but you still have to pay the full play cost. Then you do its on-play effect to gain 2 memory for every one that you put back. And that effect does not go off if they have a memory tamer. Not a memory tamer, a memory blocker. Because you're gaining memory. But that's cool, because we also play this one. The one from EX3. Now what he says is, when you would digivolve this card, and you may return up to 5 cards with D-Brigade and their traits from your trash to the top of your deck, to reduce this Digi-Evolution cost by 1 for each card returned this way. So, you're not playing it by this, you're playing it by this on top of our level 5. And he's a free Evo if you have 5 things to put back. And I mean, look at all your D-Brigades. Like, everything in this deck is D-Brigade except for Grumble and these next cards that I'm about to go over. Everything is D-Brigade. You're going to have something to put back. And then his second effect, When you would play another Digimon with D-Brigade in its traits, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost less than or equal to the Digimon played, and then unsuspend this Digimon. So that is, you know, a really good effect. You could just play another Digimon. You know, let's just say we're playing this. You could kill something 3 costs or less, and then if this is suspended, you can restand it, and you know, so I mean, it's some removal, especially for lower level remover. Like you can play all, except for your 2 costs. You play any of these, kill a memory tamer, not a memory tamer, a memory blocker Digimon with this card, and then now they don't have a memory blocker on the field. You can play this if you want. So just, you know, food for thought. Moving on to our tamers, we don't play many, but the ones we do play are important. We play 3 Kazu. Kazu says at the start of your main, if you have a Digimon with Cyborg or Machine and its traits, you may gain a memory. They're all Cyborg or Machines except for Grumblemon. And then all turns when one of your Digimon with Cyborg or Machines becomes suspended, that includes blockers because it is an all turns effect. So blockers, if you block, if you swing and it's your turn, anytime one of your cyborgs or machines becomes suspended, you may suspend this tamer to draw 1 card and trash 1 card. So that trashing helps you get that graveyard set up with your D-Brigades to go into these dudes. And then, but mainly it's good cycle, but we mainly play it for that extra memory at the start of your main phase. And then we have these 2 dudes. I know it's kind of glary, but y'all know what that does. Y'all should know. It's been out since set 4. It sets you to 3. And then on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. If all the cards are black, gain a memory. And then place the cards on top of your deck in any order. This will always cost you 3 memory. Every card in our deck, every card from the first card to the last card is a black card. This will always gain you a memory. Always, always, always. So you're either going to play this for 3, or if they hit it in security, you're going to gain a memory because all of your cards are black. Every single one of them. Moving on to our... Let me kind of just get this because I know y'all want that deck profile kind of... That picture, that full picture at the end. Moving on to the options. We play 1 Congo. Congo, self-explanatory, until they know your opponent's turn. Your Digimon, your opponent's Digimon with play cost 7 or less can't attack players, and cards can be added to security stacks by your opponent's effects. So, you know, plain and simple, kind of stops them hitting us, especially early game. Play 2 Pride Memory Boosts. Pride Memory Boost says, active main, reveal 3 cards from the top of your deck, play 1 black card, Digimon card, with a play cost of 4 or less among them without paying its memory cost, tracks the rest. And then the delay is gain 2 memory. So all of our Commander Mons it plays. I thought about knocking this down to just 1, and going up on maybe a Congo, or knocking this down and going up an Izzy or a Kazu. But I feel like this was okay. You definitely don't want too much of this because the only cards you're hitting are all of your rookies. And you want to be careful what you do end up trashing. So only 2 of these I feel like is fine. And then lastly, our removal for big cards is Iron Fist and Onslaught, which deletes all of your opponent's Digimon with the highest play cost. You know, that's honestly, this deck has no answers to Death X-Mon except for this, to be totally honest with you. So we're just hoping they don't have Death X-Mon, or we're just hitting them with the spamming of the rookies. We're just hoping we're hitting them so hard, and they just can't establish their game plan in time because we're hitting them so fast. But that's the deck profile. Let me give y'all guys a little bit better of a... for that picture. I guess I should have did this while. Yeah, I should have did this a little bit better. Wow. It's okay. I'm still learning. Okay. There. And then hopefully they know you play all of the commander mods. So, anyway, this is the deck profile. It's super fun. I enjoy it so much. Not something I would take to a championship, like a store championship, or like I said, a big event. But you could definitely steal first place or top 4 at your locals with this deck. A lot of people don't see it coming. A lot of people forget that this is even a contender until it's too late. So, yeah, this is just a quick deck profile. I just want to throw you guys a little something extra to hold us over until BT11, which comes out. Our pre-release, we're having one on the 10th and one on the 11th. So, I'm so excited to play Galactic Mon. I know it's not Black War Greymon. I know Black War Greymon's going to be so good. And I know it's probably going to overshadow the rest of the meta. But I'm so happy, so excited to play Galactic Mon. That deck, I just think that deck looks so fun. But anyway,